Hi everybody, Anwin Avalon, Water Witch and Priestess here. I just got out of the shower, so my hair is still wet, it is drying, but I wanted to say happy Monday, and I thought that it would be fun to do a really quick short video, basically just saying happy Moonday, um, and just give you a little bit of an update. So hope you guys are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend if you are celebrating. So this week there is going to be a few new blogs released. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet because I've got a couple in the works and I don't know which one is going to land first. But I also have a couple blogs that are going to hit this week as well. And so really excited to share some of the information with you. We've got the shadow side of water coming up. We've got healing, a time to heal with water coming up, as well as a couple other videos that I'm still editing. But yeah, I just wanted to say good morning and happy Moon Day to everybody. This week is going to have, at least on the written blog side, a little bit of a protection theme. There will be more information coming out about this, but in short, I had a really restless night last night. Filled with dreams and strange things. And I have a technique that I use to both kind of protect while I'm sleeping and also to help give the messages from the water spirits that they may need to give me while I'm in the dream state. And so this is what happened yesterday, or last night, I suppose. I had multiple dreams of the Kun Anun, which are the black dogs or hellhounds that are found so often in British folklore. And I'll be going in detail about this, but it was in the written blog, but it's an omen that of protection. And in short, in the dream, my actual black dog, my actual pet dog, was leading this horse-sized black dog that had these like really cute like little tusks coming out, little snaggle teeth, I guess. And he kept coming, so my dog would lead him through the door, and then the big dog would come and sit in front of me or stand in front of me, almost as blocking. Now, they're death omens in certain cases. They are considered demon dogs in some cases, but they are also deeply connected to the witch and the witch's familiar, and they are often used with or seen in case of protection. And so that is what one of this week's blogs is going to be about, is about my experience last night and my interpretation of this dream. And that is going to segue into some protection posts, and we'll see kind of what happens if I can get a few more video vlogs out, but if not, then there will be written vlogs. And it'll be basically protecting yourself on the astral plane from the evil eye, which is when there is somebody that perhaps sees you or sees your work or sees what you're doing, and they don't like it for whatever reason. Perhaps they're jealous, perhaps it makes them feel uncomfortable, perhaps they feel entitled to it instead of you, perhaps they just don't like your hair or your shoes. Really, what the evil eye comes from is that person's insecurities and their anger. And what happens is it gets shifted and turned and then sent to the person that they are jealous, angry, irritated, whatever. It's, we use the word the stink eye in our culture a lot. And this is kind of what it is, but it is the magical intent that happens behind it. And the thing is with the evil eye, it doesn't have to be purposeful. You can send it without knowing. You can also be receiving it from somebody without knowing. And so there are ways to throw this energy back at people. There's ways to bind them from this. And there's ways of just generally protecting yourself. And so I'm looking forward to sharing some of that this week. Some things will include the evil eye pendant, red coral, as well as some other techniques. But after having a really restless night, I woke up early and I hit my garden at about 7:30, 8 o'clock this morning after I made myself a delicious protein shake and headed out into my garden, and I was able to finish planting a few of my boxes. My later crops, my later summer crops went in, and I was able to do some weeding, and I'm working on a new garden place with Foxglove. Foxglove is one of my plant allies. You can see it's tattooed here on my arm. Let's see, there we go. So you can see the Foxglove here. And I just, ever since I was a little girl, like frolicking through the Scottish hills and countryside and highlands and seeing these foxglove just growing in these fields. I used to take them and put them on my little fingers and think that they were hats. And ever since I was, little in the UK, like running around and playing with these flowers, I have really had an obsession with them. And it's really difficult because I've lived in places where they haven't grown. Places like Okinawa, Japan, they didn't grow there. And same with Arizona. I tried really hard, and you can like grow them as annuals, but you can't really grow them as perennials in these locations. But when I was living in North Carolina, Virginia, as well as my time here on the West Coast, they are everywhere. And so this year I have treated myself to peach and Grecian, and I've got a bunch of seeds that I'll be germinating, and I'm really excited because foxgloves are 2-year plants, and so I will be germinating them this year in order to get flowers next. So, other announcements for this week, besides making sure you come back and check out the vlogs and check out my blog at Water Witch on Pathos. But other information for this week, in about 1 month, I will be teaching a sacred well class and ritual based on Sulis and the goddess Sulis, and connecting with her energy, and we'll be anointing ourselves with water from her temple, the drinkable water from her temple. And so I'll be actually teaching that here in Portland on the summer solstice, or the Sunday, the 22nd of June. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see, another announcement. Oh, don't forget to go back and look at all the blogs. I released a whole bunch of videos last week, and one of them is really important to me, which is the Rise of the Well Maiden and the Water Priestess. And I taught this class at PantheaCon in this past February, which was the Rise of the Well Maiden. And it's something that I talk about as well in my class, The Cult of the Sacred Springs and Holy Wells. And I'm working on an online version of the Well Maiden class. It was about an hour and a half workshop. And so I wanted to take some of the really important parts of that and put it into a condensed video for people that were not able to make it to PantheaCon this year. And so I will be bringing to you in the next couple of weeks a online shorter version of the class, The Rise of the Well Maidens, that I taught at PantheaCon this past February 2019. It's something very near and dear to my heart. All right, well, I wanted to keep these videos very short, just some Moonday morning check-ins with everybody. And so please check out the Water Witch blog on Pathos, my website, Water Witchcraft, and waterpriestess.com, as well as my Instagram account, which is where I primarily am focused currently, though there is information on Facebook as well. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you hopefully live streaming on Instagram Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock for Water Wednesdays. And thank you so much for listening to my Moonday morning check-in. See you next time. Bye-bye.